Hey, welcome to our chess stream here on lichess, and Twitch. Intro National Master William Pascal. What's up, guys and girls? We are hosting a Blitz tournament. Come join us for Blitz. Anyway, everybody's welcome to join if you're a member of our team. Just a minor requirement. You have to join our Pawnda and Horses team here on lichess. Pawnda and Horses team, please join us. We've got 15 minutes till the event starts. It's 5+3 Blitz casual, 9 rounds. What's up, JCS? Mr. Mod? Knocking out trolls with an iron hand. And we've got Shieberspieler, Sparkle Horse, Drawmaster, Viktorovich, Cheesy Noob, Krevetko, Berserker, Zernvlad. Quite a strong lineup there, 2,000 plus. Veku, Asterbait, and one other, Ankon. So 11 players, still 15 minutes though. We normally get 30-40 players. Hopefully we get some more masters. FIDE Master Shieberspieler also rumored to be streaming. Alright, guys. What's up? Wake me up. I don't want to be... I'm not gonna say that. It reveals how old I am if I make references to songs from the late 80s. Not gonna do that. Alright. Anyway. What's up, everybody? Shieberspieler, Sparkle Horse, 2 titled players. Mad Ramus, what's up? Good luck, everybody. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. If you'd like to, please drop a subscribe and a like on the YouTube link. Warming me up with Uber. What? What do you mean? You're like playing Uber driver? Oh, he is actually playing against Uber driver. The mysterious Uber driver. One of our other regulars here on the stream. I thought maybe you took an Uber. I listened to music before I was born. Oh, yeah. Just this song wasn't really my style. It would be kind of awkward. I don't want to make it look like I like pop music. It's kind of a pop song. Wasn't something I was really into. It just popped in my head. Literally not going to reveal. I was tempted, though. Alright. What's up, guys? I'm trying to wake up. I've got beer to wake me up. Is beer good for waking you up? I need beer with caffeine. This is my sleepy hour around 5 o'clock. Actually, someone was asking me today, earlier this morning, I would perform better. That's why I like the morning streams. I perform better when I'm very fresh, so to play around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock would be my best. I get warmed up, though. If we play enough, get the adrenaline going, the first couple rounds are going to be a little bit rough. I think I played one chess 960 today. Yeah, coffee doesn't seem to have any effect. Maybe I'm drinking too much coffee. It just doesn't seem to have much effect. We've developed too much tolerance to the coffee. Where's Asterbait? Asterbait is a traitor. Alright. Guys, traitors. Countrymen, don't forget to support the stream if you can. Subscribe and donate. I appreciate it. Any kind of donation or support. This is the first day of a new month. Mr. Coffee, what's up, buddy? Good to have you with us. I didn't expect you here today. Mr. Coffee's logging in from work. You know you're old when you say logging in. That's a totally dead giveaway. Log into. Log on. JCS, you know you haven't been around the stream in a while. JCS isn't used to the Swiss system pairings. Thank God for Swiss system pairings. Even if they are illegal, pseudo FIDE Swiss system pairings. Fake. No, this is why we like the Swiss. I don't have to play Schieberspieler. The first game, I mean, to play the other strong player in the tournament, I need to get warmed up. So we're gonna get a tough opponent, though. I mean, you can see right now it would come down to around number 8, probably Morales. Damn, I need to wake up. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. I didn't even eat a solid. I don't have any food coma. Usually I'll eat dinner. Maybe I have some food coma as a result of that, but no excuse. I had some soup for dinner. No reason for me to have any kind of food coma. I'm just tired. Tired and old. Schieberspieler, Sparkle Horse, Drawmaster, Yevgeny, Cheesy Noob. So I would play probably Morales if we started the tournament now. 1 against 7, 2 against 8. At least I can predict the Swiss pairings for the first round. Hopefully we'll get some more players by then. Guys, please check out my YouTube and Twitch streams. Subscribe over on YouTube if you can. Spectators, AP87, Morales, Astrobate. Where is Astrobate? Morales. I feel like I need a warm-up game. One of my students stood me up for a lesson today. He better have a good excuse, or he's in big trouble. So I've just been kind of sitting around for the last hour. Normally I have a very busy schedule, but due to ghosted lesson, man, I hope he's alright though, seriously. This is a pretty reliable character. And per 8-7. Okay, that's Andrea. Who'll win the candidates? Yeah, we don't know when it will be. Palmiachi was leading in the beginning, right? And then he got taken out by was it Vacher Legraf? And poor Rajabov never got to play. I don't know. It's pretty difficult to predict that. We don't even know when it's going to take place. I'm not going to make any predictions with the FIDE Candidates tournament. Insomnia and heartburn. Great combination, JCS. Sounds good. I've been taking some melatonin to go to sleep. That helps. I'm good on both fronts. I'm just like, I need a nap in the afternoon, and I just had no time to take it. 7 minutes to go. A lot of alcohol, maybe. I think I've developed complete immunity to caffeine. I mean, the melatonin doesn't have a very strong effect on me, honestly. I just very, 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 very mildly notice any difference. I seem to sleep more easily, but it's not a very stark effect. Some people claim it makes them feel sleepy. I mean, I barely notice any effect. But it's definitely not negative. Alright. Ready to start in 6 minutes. Thanks for joining my arena, guys. This is not an arena. I'm used to saying arena on lichess. It is a Swiss tournament. We have pairings at the same time. Everyone starts at the same time. I don't know why I'm so sleepy. We have oxygen. We had oxygen in the room. I shouldn't be that tired. This pandemic, though, I mean, it's hard to just be at home most of the time and not active enough. I think it's partly psychological. All right. Ready to get started. So, masturbate, trader, VIP, what's up? Schieberspieler, are you streaming? He's raiding with a party of 5. Astrobate's in the party of 5, no doubt. Thanks to the raid, Schieberspieler. Good luck, man. You're a huge favorite. I feel very, very sleepy. I mean, normally I don't feel like this unless I ate a lot, and I didn't. Hopefully it will pass. But I had perfect food. Just a nice big bowl of healthy soup and a little piece of bread. Bread and water. No reason for a food coma. We're hoping the caffeine kicks in, the beer kicks in, and I wake up. You played a 21 board Simul in 40 minutes? Simul Master. Yeah, speaking of the candidates tournament, I don't know about that. I don't know. I think anybody could win. Except for Dingley Ren, who shot himself in the foot early on. Actually, cream of celery. Best cream of celery soup I ever had was in Berlin. They served it with like this little smoked fish on the side. These little pieces of like smoked fish. But it was at like a 4-star hotel. Can be really tasty. Germans are not known for their cuisine, of course. Alright. 26 minutes to start. 26 minutes. I'm really losing it. 26 viewers. 3 minutes to start. I see a number and I'm just like, whatever. Whatever. 5:53. Uber's coming in for round 2. Okay, he needs a little break. Should we sidestep the pairing? It should be 1 against 9, 2 against 8. Cheesy noob? Can't even add right. 1 against 9, 2 against 8 with the 19th player having the bye. That would make sense, right? That wouldn't make sense. It would be 2 against 10. I would play Berserker. It would be Schieberspieler Krevetko, me against Berserker. If no one else joins the tournament in the next 2 minutes, which is unlikely. Someone will probably join. Schieberspieler, no, 1 versus 10, right. The delay. We have a little delay. I figured it out on my own. Very proud of myself. This might be a 2-beer stream, the way I'm feeling. I need something. Maybe the game will just wake me up. I don't understand it. I mean, I slept normally. No reason for me to be excessively tired today. Calm it with those symbols. What is that? Damn. Same guy trolled me yesterday. No. No, hopefully not. I don't understand. Oh, you already banned him before I even had a chance. Did you ban him? I've got him banned and he's chatting in the stream. Oh, you did? Okay. The same exact thing yesterday with a different account. It must be some kind of Russian bot. It's like https something.ru. Wonderful. We now have like Russian chat bots in Twitch. Guess they've given up on election. It's more profitable rather than swaying elections to just manipulate Twitch. We definitely need more groupies. I don't know if you Bob is kind of like, I think he's like a figment of everybody's imagination. He seems to appear when he's wanted or something. The more you talk about Bob, the more he likely pops up. If no one thinks about him, he just sort of stays away. You can't let him creep into your mind. Bob's kind of a groupie. Dude, why is my board up there? El Rossador. Rossador jumped in at the last minute, altering the pairings. Maybe if I just like vibrate myself, I'll wake up or something. I don't know. Like, people who have this nervous tendency to do this at the board, bobbing up and down. Can I wake myself up somehow? I wonder... I think I mentioned this to Rossador before. But I wonder why he doesn't play e4. He seems really good tactically. e4 leads to more open positions than d4. I never remember what Olivier Lucas, welcome. HTFP, welcome. Summon Bob. Good luck, y'all. With a Midwestern accent. Come on back, y'all. I need an oxygen tank for my office. This is getting ridiculous. So this is standard position. Yeah, my mom's from Pittsburgh. She had a little bit of that Midwestern twang. In her family, she had a sister live in Illinois. They were really fully Midwestern. I've got Midwestern relatives. So, my only living relatives. Yuck, B5, main line. What are you talking about? Is there an alternative? I mean, yeah, I guess so. I suppose there must be some sort of alternative. Well, knight takes d6 is probably the best move. But bishop d2 is already a serious mistake. This is an extremely well-known position. No, sorry. Bishop d2 may be right. Something's funny about this. Wait. No, I'm thinking a different line. I don't know. I think he's supposed to play knight fd2. I'm confused. I normally don't play the Benoni. I play this line for white, but I don't play bishop takes b5. I play knight takes b5. It's the other variation. It's well known, though. It's all a big, long rook in game where white is up a pawn, but it's a draw. Queen a5 check. Yeah, knight fd2. Queen b5, knight d6. This is like 30 moves deep, this analysis. Gashimov played it. You can see in 2008. He's holding it. So it's all been analyzed like to death. But you don't know the sign, you're in big trouble. You gotta know a minimum amount of theory here. Okay, we got 2 requests to join the team. You gotta have 100 games, or at least very close to it. Algardino, okay, we'll make an exception. He has almost 100 games. Recovering fella. Who is this? Looks pretty normal. All right. So what's up, guys? Sorry, recovering fella. That's a little bit worrisome. All right. Anyway, Schieberspieler, Sparkle Horse. I should have a win, a victory already. If you don't want to play takes on b5, you can also play a3 with white in that Benoni. There's a lot of things you can be recovering from. Any sort of addiction, illness. I hope they're not a recovering online computer cheater. Alright. I don't like this pairing system, but the best we can do. So, let's see what's up. Miralles. Schieberspieler already? You also won that quickly? No, he's playing Miralles. Oh no, Schieberspieler played the line. Miralles is going to kill himself now. There's 2 people playing the knight h3. The knight h3. Wow, this is fun. Budapest with knight h3. So Miralles has been well practiced here. Schieberspieler just doesn't mind. He plays g3 and stops queen h4. Juicy weaknesses around the white king side. But is it also black's weaknesses around his own king side? That will determine the winner of the game. This square for me is always key. Like white's better whenever he has possession of d5. But Miralles did a very strange thing. He let Schieberspieler trade queens. I mean, Miralles' biggest strength is his sort of wholesale attacking play against the king. Without his attacking chances, he's not as strong. But he's also not as good with black as he is with white. He's much, much, much more dangerous with white. Schieberspieler is an endgame grinder, so he's happy to see the queens leave the board. You know, it was a bad practical decision by Morales to trade queens. He must have had a long day at work. I don't think he would like allow that against me. I mean, normally. Yeah, he likes to play for mate, especially on the white side of Sicilian and stuff like that. Or e4, e5. I mean, honestly, you don't play the Budapest Gambit to trade queens, you know? You do it if you have to. So it was weird. What happened here? He just left his bishop on c5. It's really weird. Bishop e2, g5, crazy move. Now knight d3. Now this is just developing, but I mean, I guess the problem was, bishop a7, knight b5, not so simple, so maybe it wasn't so easy. I guess you have to trade knights. But honestly, g5 was not rational. Can Morales somehow save his game? White lost the pawn on the queen side. I don't understand how Schieberspieler didn't win material there. Now it's like pawn up for black. White might have compensation. Two bishops. I don't want to give too many hints here. That's an active try. An active love. Bishop f5. Go, man. It's not going to be 4-2 on the queen side long. It's a good thing white's c4 pawn is protected. He's going for the c2, but black also will lose his b6. So, I don't know. Black has a dangerous outside a pawn. The active word is had. Oh man. Morales just hung his a pawn. Maybe he has some tricks here. Man, that's brutal. I mean, that a pawn was a huge pawn. I don't think that, you know, he can even stop it. Black might have been better. It's going to be hard to stop that pawn after a4. I think he had a trick there, knight d7. Knight takes c5. They're both making errors. Okay, white's a pawn up here in a technical endgame. Probably going to be tough for black to hold this now. He's in his comfort zone. You can check him back. Bishop d7, yeah. I would have played f6 there. Oh my god. Dude, it's mate. It was mate in 1. That's so sick. Schieberspieler mated himself and he didn't see it? Are you guys serious? Mate in 1 with f6? Are you serious? Damn, Morales didn't see mate in 1. You self-mate yourself, bishop f5. So, I would have played like f5 just to give my king a square. Dude, that's brutal. Well-deserved victory. Congratulations. Quality chess. Alright, guys. I don't feel so bad about my own games after seeing that. Like the time that I blundered mate in 1 against 1700 on Sunday. Man, I can't believe it. I can't believe Black... I was surprised actually Morales didn't play f6 on the previous move when it wasn't mate, because it seemed like a good way of forcing white back. It was like he just didn't want to play f6 for some reason. I would have played it just to kick him back with like f6, bishop f5, bishop c6. I mean f6, king e4, bishop c6, king e3. He could have forced your king like clear back to e3 like right from the beginning. It's still maybe winning for white, I don't know, but that was weird. Then your bishop was on d7. I thought you were going to play f6 right away. I guess that doesn't work. Yeah, you're right. That doesn't work because he goes king e4 and then he can go through f5. Okay, so you couldn't actually force him back to e3. Alright, I got it. Dinekis. Where's Jim? Jim the Greek. Jimmy the Greek. I feel a little more awake. Just watching that made me wake up. You know, seeing that mate in 1. Dinekis likes, he likes King's Indian. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for King's Indian. So, very shaky start for Schieberspieler. Good, good, good. As Astrobate would say, good, good. Where is Astrobate? There he is. I'm just going to throw something out there. I don't know why I'm playing this. For Blobix, the great Blobix. Blobix disappointingly drops by, but he never plays anymore. He's afraid to play. He's retired. I have no clue what I'm doing, and I'm just making this up. It's a hybrid. Grand Prix attack / Snyder / B3. Snyder is the so-called... I don't know who Snyder is, but it's the B3 variation. Who is Snyder? Why is it called the Snyder variation? Who the heck is Snyder? Does anybody know? I want to know who Snyder is. Yeah, cheesy. Wait, why did you say that? Cheesy variation. Snyder of Hanover. It's like this pretzel company. I just flashback to when I was a little kid. The shoe store where I got my shoes when I was a little kid. They would always give me a pretzel. And they came in this big box of Snyder's pretzels. Weird things to remember that you remember out of the blue. Dean Eckes. Dean Ippolito. What am I doing? Are you going to castle, sir? The one thing that's consistent about Dean Eckes is that he's extremely fast. He always plays fast, whether it's justified or not. Can never be too safe. Some players would go berserk and start like throwing their H pawn here, try to castle queenside. And if that's what we're gonna do, I'll adapt. I'm prepared for whatever you want to do. Castle kingside, castle queenside. Yeah, it's like he's biding his time. Riding with Biden. Cheesy slogan. Could have done better. That's pretty weak, man. Alright, so he is trying to castle queenside. Total maniac move. I believe in the center. Nobody knows who Snyder is. Is it like some obscure master? Robert Snyder? Man, there was like some guy in Colorado who got arrested. But it can't be that person that the opening is named for. I remember that in the news. The Snyder variation. I don't think that can be the explanation. What's the plan? Good question. What is Black's plan? He goes h6, castles queenside, and then plays rook e8. Does that make sense? By the way, you could have done better with your life. I could have done better. He's got a kind of Caro Khan thing going on with the f7 pawn. What's that? Wikipedia, Robert Michael Snyder. Who's that? Is that the guy who got arrested? Or is that the guy who invented this opening? I don't know. I don't have time to click on dubious links. Yeah, it must have been the arrested guy. So who's this opening named for? I never met any masters named Snyder. It sounds American. Actually, it's Snyder. Snyder's German. Is it a German name? Originally? I actually don't have a clue. It's so common name in America that you start to think it's an American name. Extremely common name. Knight d5, pawn d5, pawn d5, knight d5, c4. Oh, he's the one who invented the B3? Did he write a book on it or something? Dinekis is gonna do this? Wow. Schneider spelled differently. A good friend of mine. Different ways to spell the same name. Yeah, it's German. What does it mean? Does it have a meaning? Like, Hungarian names are usually like, you know, Schuster. I just remember the Pretzel Company. But I think it's weird to name an opening after some obscure player. Like, the B3 Sicilian. The problem is, did any well-known player play this opening? Pretty much not, right? What famous chess player ever played the B3 Sicilian? Nobody. Basically nobody. I mean, they couldn't name it after a legitimate player because no one existed. I can't believe this guy. I could have taken on d4, but I'll probably get mated. He's a minute faster than me. He manipulates his ratings too, changing the ratings to this like weird numbers and stuff. I don't know what his real strength is. 2000? What is Dinekis' actual rating strength? He purposely changes them around to like 1833, all these weird historical numbers, like trolling a roll, but higher. Objectively, he seems stronger than. So this was a weird blunder. Cherniak. Okay, Cerniak or Cherniak. Cerniak was a reasonable master, probably an IM. I have a friend, Alex Cherniak, from the United States, who's a FIDE master. He might be a distant relative. Russian origin. Am I going to get mated on the back rank? But Cerniak, I think, lived in Israel. I'm not sure. He was... I remember him playing... I remember him having some games against Petrosian. Petrosian's collected games, for example. You'll see like a couple games against that guy. Not a household name. But I think B3 deserves a better... The B3 Sicilian deserves a better pedigree. Schieber's beatable tonight? Everybody's beatable in Blitz. I mean, Schieber's even more dangerous and rapid when he has more time. By the way, guys, I set the break between rounds 2 minutes, so we weren't completely rushed. Luckily, I have Bishop G1. Luckily. Got the E-pawn through. But I had an unconvincing game. I'm the master of unconvincingness. He can let me queen and play bishop b6 and let me queen, but I'll have queen e1. at the end of the day. And that's how it shall end. Presumably. Connectors. Crappy game by me. Alright. This is going to be a 2BR tournament. I'm still not feeling awake. I need... Let's follow somebody else. What about DK guy? He's sitting out. He was afraid he would get paired with a Shieber Spieler. He must have calculated it. Or maybe he's not playing. He's definitely ducking Shieber Spieler. Wow, is the game that long? I was gonna go run and get another beer. Get me a beer, Elizabeth. Uh-oh. Shieber Spieler 01. Berserker. The Berserker is over. Alright, back guys. View tournament. We got a minute till the next round. I should get ready to sit out probably. Welcome everybody. I'm just struggling to stay awake. I don't know what's up with me, but we're trying everything.
Yes.
We're trying everything. For some reason, I'm very sleepy tonight. Our next client. Alright guys, thanks for joining the stream. International Master William Pascal. We're hosting a Blitz tournament. You can join our team, Pawnda and Horses Club. If you have 100 rated games, welcome. Thanks Shieber Spieler for the earlier raid. Yeah. If I was a drug user, it would be no problem. You gotta get some Red Bull or something. Start drinking Red Bull. I think it's just pandemic fatigue. It's a weird, the Salon Sukora is a weird thing, Shieber Spieler. Hungarians just eat like sugar cubes. You know, it was funny. There was a funny incident at the last tournament where I played. The organizers were nice enough to put out like free coffee for the players. And there was this really primitive, kind of poor guy who was helping to set up the chess sets. I felt sorry for him. He was sort of helping the organizers, but he didn't really do anything. And when they put out the coffee and the sugar cubes and like milk for coffee, the guy was like stealing the sugar cubes and like eating them. It was ridiculous. Like, it's clearly there for the coffee, and he thought it was there for like an appetizer. Why did I play this blob? I'm turning into Blobix. Chessmurph just donated 6 gift subs. What? Chessmurph, Dr. Hallelujah, Muckaluk, Fortuna Chess. Fortuna Chess is here. Nice. Aldisto got a sub. Oliveira Lucas. What is it? 5 subs or 6 subs? I guess 5. Man, thank you, Chessmurph. Alright, I played the Blobix defense by accident. I'm having a Blobix day. Have yourself a Blobix day. What the heck am I going to do? I don't even know this. They were eating the sugar cubes. I mean, F3 is one of the refutations, I guess. Attempted refutation. I'm playing B6 against the Samish. That's actually a line. James West, National Master. That's an old Samish line. Bishop E3 castles. I think Fischer might have played it. Like West, this guy James West was a Fischer file. He was a weak master from New Jersey. But I had some tough games with him when I was growing up. And before they knew they could play C5 as a gambit, they used to play B6. So this is like some sort of old school Samish with B6. Your monthly budget, thank you. It's basically like a slowed down. It's a slowed down Benoni where I don't have C5 immediately. I mean, Bobby liked the Benoni. That variation has a bad reputation. It's too slow. I'm just guessing he played it, because this guy like copied every kind of... He would copy all the Fischer's openings. But I remember him playing it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else play it. It was covered in some old King's Indian books. Ludlud, welcome. Mastering the King's Indian. Yevgeny was taught this at the Pioneer Palace for young masters. This was probably in his classes, seriously. Old school, anyone trained in the old school Russian style probably has a lot of their training based on sort of old opening ideas. It's not that bad of a Benoni for black here. Not a great one. At least we got rid of one of the bad pieces. Your monthly budget goes to your belly. I purposely didn't eat a lot tonight so I wouldn't have food coma, and I'm like dying anyway. I'm starting to think like I'm tired because I didn't eat enough. It's like a no-win situation. I'm missing a key component. You can't go nuts on me on the king side here. I mean, he could try to do g4, but he's going to leave his king in the center. I don't really trust that kind of approach. I don't think he meant to play the Samish, you know. I played this Blobix thing with b6 on move 2. I mean, the point is the King's Indian. It wasn't a King's Indian when you played f3. It was this opening that I don't play. I wasn't paying attention, and I played b6. You know what's funny? This is my first rated game. I played this in 1986. Or 85, I don't remember now. I guess 86. Could have been 85. My very first rated game. I thought you could play the Queen's Indian with black against everything. I thought you could fianchetto against everything. Dude does g4. What about your Kirai? Kirai. I should have played Queen h4 check. That was one of my original ideas. Kirai rock. This could get dangerous. Do not try this at home. The stronger players I get, the worse it is. Bob's here. You played your first rated game when you were 5 years old. Dude, I said 1984. I'm 39 now. That doesn't even add up. Magnus Carlsen turned 30 yesterday. I played him when he was 15. Coach Ah. Stop trying to figure things out, Bob. Don't have to figure everything out. Damn it. I'm getting crushed. But the same fits Yevgeny's positional style. I had a crazy position with the young Magnus. Absolutely not. We played like two old Russian grandmasters. Why would you think I would have a crazy position? Me and Magnus? It was like a boring, tacticless, positional battle. What would you expect? Wait, I thought the Fountain of Youth was somewhere near you, Coach Ah. Isn't it in Florida? Ponce de Leon? Thought he found it? Ponce de Leon? I think it's somewhere in the Florida Everglades. Get out there and hunt some gators. You might even find the Fountain of Youth. I just remember that from like a very old Scooby-Doo episode. How about you guys? See, Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo is important. I get all my important information from Scooby-Doo and far-right websites. Rudy Giuliani also relies heavily on Scooby-Doo. For example. Wow, this is a wild situation. I saw this really funny skit the other night I had never seen before. It's horrible, but kind of appropriate for today. Has anybody seen this old Saturday Night Live skit where it's like unfrozen caveman lawyer? I saw this for the first time. You guys, does anybody know that? It's like this horrible old Saturday Night Live skit from the 90s. But it would kind of be funny. It's called Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer. I thought like Friday Night Live. Saturday Night Live should come back with a version of it in honor of Rudy Giuliani. It would fit perfectly if they like rebooted it. Yeah, but I mean, this is way before Troll and a Roll. There's a lot of Saturday Night Live way before Will Ferrell. You know. I mean, please. Like some of the greatest comedians, you're just not going back far enough. You know, if you think that Will Ferrell is funny. I think Troll and Roll is like 16 or something. I used to think he was older, but he must be much younger than I thought. So, man, I thought I had some good practical chances here. Apparently not. But I'm bringing back, yeah, Phil Hartman, exactly. Bringing back Caveman Lawyer on a reboot. How appropriate would that be now? You know? How could you go wrong with that? It's perfect. Dude, you really need to stop. He's insta-moving? He can pre-move everything? Since when is Yevgeny that fast? Is it like the new Yevgeny? Since when does he like do pre-moves? Terrible position, man. I was totally lost. I mean, at the end, I have practical chances. Now I have no time till next round. I'm lucky to survive, and I get to avoid playing Schieberspieler, hopefully. I better not get paired with Schieberspieler. Recovering fella. I had a half point by, now he's going to win every single game. No, I didn't have rook takes c4, Edward. It didn't work. You had rook b7 check. You avoided it. You had rook check. That's why I had to play king f7 or something. You never allowed it, man. You never allowed it. No, you didn't. I didn't have it. You know, you didn't allow it. That was just an awful, awful position. Naughty boy. Who, like, challenged me repeatedly without stop yesterday. Yeah, I wanted to play it. I almost did, but it didn't work. Maybe I should sit out this round. It's probably, well, I checked the account. It didn't look like it was, it's got a very high rating there, though. That doesn't make sense. Already that doesn't look good. Why are you 1900 in Bullet and 2398 in Rapid? Maybe it's an old man like me. Even I would be higher than 1900 Rapid. Like, you have to be like 75. You'd have to be like 75 plus. Uh-oh. One blunder, 17 CPL. Oh boy. This doesn't look good. H4. Oh my god. This is very likely to be an engine. Feels like an engine. It plays like an engine, man. That doesn't look good. Let's check the other game. He crushed Zen chess. Yeah. 20 cent upon loss. Alright. Anyway, that's an engine. No, that's an engine, man. In my opinion. I don't need to see anymore. I don't need to see anymore. You're 20 cent upon loss in every Blitz game since joining. 2 for 2. Kicked out of the team. I don't need any. It's already like super suspicious if you're 1900 in Bullet and 2400 Rapid. But he's gone. Unfortunately, I don't think I kick him out of the tournament. But it's definitely an engine. That's enough evidence. I can't actually kick him out of the tournament. That's an engine. That's enough to tip me off right there. You can't be 1900 in Bullet and 2400 in Classical or Rapid. That's like physically impossible. Even my grandmom would be like 1900 in Bullet. If she could play. She'd be like 2100 in Bullet, at least. If you could play 2398 in Rapid. I'm just going to resign if I get paired with that player and protest. I knew there was something fishy. I had the feeling. Yeah, he'd have to be like, yeah, 80. A slow 80. Basically. But if he continues, I'll report him to lichess. Maybe that's the revenge of wonder when the account was created. I really don't have that much motivation to like research deeply, you know, and form a deep, you know, deep state report on the guy. It's not my life's ambition. Looks like I'll play Schieberspieler. No, it's not a draw, it's half point bye. Then he played 2 games like an engine. You could tell by the games it was clearly just totally dominating. Throwing in a few moves of his own with a strong engine. If you played him, I would report him. I mean, I'd say he's 100%. Normally, I would need more evidence, but it's enough for my purposes. Okay, now is the stream working? Yes. The game is saved. I played this against you already. He has hundreds of games. Edward Elric, I'm telling you, if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. The player that just played those 2 games was using an engine. It's possible that in the past he hasn't. I don't know about his other 190 games, but trust me, you know. Just trust me on this. I'm 100% sure. I don't want to debate it, you know. It doesn't mean that I feel like a break anyway. He's making a strategic decision to offer draw with black. It is a cowardly draw, Bob. You're right. I feel like crap. I apologize. Let's watch some other games, though. It's a strategic... It's unsound for me to take a draw there. It's a good strategic move by Schieberspieler, I think. On the other hand, you know, maybe it'll come back to haunt him, but he had the black pieces against the only high-rated player in the tournament. That's a good strategic decision in a 9-round tournament. But I just want to make a note, you know, because someone cheated in 2 games in my tournament doesn't necessarily mean, Yevgeny, that he cheated in his other 153 games. It doesn't mean that. But the ratings are not compatible. There's no way you're 1900 in Bullet and 2400 in Rapid, you know. Maybe 1900 in Bullet and 2400 in Classical or something like that. Even that's suspicious. But he really has to be, he would have to be an 80-year-old guy. I mean, I'm horrible at Bullet. I'm slow. Now, I would easily be 2200. There's just no way that works. That's a giveaway. Those 2 games are definitely engine. But it doesn't mean that his other games are all like he used an engine in all of his games. I'm not able to prove that. But these games were definitely dubious. Not too many. It's not that often that you play a 20 CPL game in a 5+3 Blitz game. I probably play that well, like 1 in 7. You know, but he comes right through the door with 2 out of 2 right away. I mean, it's... Oh, man. He's like trolling the stream. He's trying to join the team again. Are you kidding me? He's like trolling me by trying to rejoin. It's like, why was I kicked out? Lichess would have reported me if they felt like it. This is not fair. Are you serious? I can kick whoever I want out of my tournaments. This is a private tournament, dude. We don't accept cheaters here. The difference is this is a private tournament. It's possibly on whatever. But that doesn't really make sense. He's too good at Bullet, man. It can't be on whatever. On whatever is an accomplished Bullet player, and he also maniacally plays. He plays like hundreds of games every day on his account. No. This is just a standard cheater. What do you mean he's not good at Bullet, Jim? Dude, he's like 2200. I mean, it depends on how you define good. I mean, he's extremely good for the average player. What are you talking about? Dude, he was like high 2100s in Bullet. I think that's pretty good, you know. Maybe not compared to a Grandmaster or something. Well, you can look it up. I mean, I remember. Quite a good fast player. Jim, I bet he's been over 2150 if you want to bet on it. We can have some sort of friendly bet. Bob's trying to foment anger and disparity. So anyway, let's follow a game. Yevgeny's playing well. He had me in big trouble. What happened? Yevgeny lost against Chisinau quickly? Yevgeny, all that against me so you could just hang the exchange against Chisinau? Aldisto now. This is a good matchup. Morales' openings versus Aldisto's tricky wherewithal. The dangerous Morales with the white pieces. There was Miss, what was that account that was trolling the stream? Miss something? I had to kick them out. They were definitely a cheater. I knew it right away. But I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Last couple tournaments. What was that account's name? Miss Love. Yeah, it was totally a cheater. I sensed that there was something very artificial about their play. But it was this guy who serially did that. A UK guy. I'm pretty sure it was him. There was something very strange about some of the moves they made. Miss Love TV. Sophia Rogers was the beginning. Troll and Roll remembers that. That was a player who was actually pretty skilled. There's a huge difference between Miss Love and Sophia Rogers. Sophia Rogers was a legit like 2100 plus player, and Miss Love was a weak player pretending to be someone who understood chess. And there's a very clear. It was much harder to pick off Sophia Rogers. My problem with that account was this was like 5 years ago. Also pretending to be a woman most likely, but the problem with Sophia Rogers was that it was mostly cheating with Opening Explorer, not so much with an engine. Although one game it just totally crushed me, and I thought I was using an engine, but it was all Opening Explorer, like into move 20 plus. It did like a knight d5 sacrifice. In the Sicilian, I made a video about it on YouTube. I don't know who it was. Yeah, whatever was plus 2100 in Bullet. Definitely. Who's that, Bob? Who's the strongest cheater ever to get caught here? Well, I turned in a 2700 Bullet player once. But I'm not sure that he was caught because of me or someone else. You know, there was this one cheater on here who played me once in a London system trap. And he was like 26 plus, 2700 Bullet. Chess Smurf, why would anyone want to pretend to be a man online? Is a better question. No, too weak, too slow is a different story. I'm not sure he was ever caught. And I'm not sure he cheated a lot outside of against me. 1 or 2 games. Too weak, too slow is a Hungarian kid. But I'm certain he cheated against me in 1 game. 100%. The other one was unclear, but I had already suspected him. But I don't think he was ever banned. I think he closed his account. You know. As far as I know, he was never banned. I almost had to play that guy in an over-the-board game. Wow. Morales with d4. This is weird. Black's pieces are more active. But Morales has nice tactics, maybe. Tricky position. Wait, that's the bishop. Whoa, he's sacking an exchange. Mirades. Sacrificing the exchange. I don't know. It looks sound. It actually looks sound. He sacked an exchange. He can get back something. Maybe it's not enough. We will see. A very ambitious play by Aldisto. Can he do like bishop takes h6? Is there a technical problem? Damn. There could be problems. There'd be dragons here. The knight is hanging though. I don't think bishop h6 worked because of rook b1. It's unclear if White has enough compensation or not. Bishop takes h6. He's got b1 covered now. So he's got bishop h6. That was stronger. He missed it. Morales is very strong for someone who's not a computer. He does make mistakes. He also blundered against the Schieberspieler. He missed f6 mate, sadly. Missing bishop h6 here. He's got a great feel for the openings. Great feel for the white pieces, particularly. No, I didn't analyze this deep enough. Maybe he's still good. But I don't think he can win the exchange back so easily. Did black have rook fe8 there? Or is this a good move? Oh. Oh no. Both sides are making a lot of panic blunders. We're seeing a lot of panic blunders. Panic button. The action is fast and furious. Take the draw. Take the draw. I think Morales is winning, but it's not easy. He has rook e1. Rook e1 wins after king h7, it looks like. I think he's just won. The black king is actually dead. I might have chickened out myself, but black has no checks. He has no way to stop it. I mean, it's like rook e1, rook e7, game over. Yeah, I mean, I might have taken a draw if I got nervous. It's hard to concentrate. I think rook e1 is just winning. Am I missing something? No, it's just the second best move. Damn. So it's not so easy. If rook e1, rook b7, and black hangs on. The only win, according to the engine, is c6. That's a hard move to make. There's like no direct threat. Just creeping closer with the pawn. It's a good game, guys. I expected a good fight there. Karchi Bachi. I missed the opportunity. That game was quite good for my standards. Alright guys, what's up? Schieberspieler with 3.5. I have 3. Zhern Vlad with 3 in a row. You should get like a streak starter for that. Cheesy Noob, 3 out of 4. Aldisto, undefeated. Yevgeny lost to Cheesy Noob. Yevgeny needs more stamina. Yevgeny, you're not like a national master. I'm wondering why Yevgeny's not a national master, actually. He seems like he's strong enough that he should be like a national master in Canada. This is something that I never mentioned before. Maybe he's just not quite high enough rated or something. You'd think he would be like 2200 national rating in Canada. Schieberspieler, you're setting the groundwork for an election fraud claim. Should we call fraud guarantee? or unfrozen caveman lawyer to come and investigate the frozen fraud claims. Man, I was looking at a property today right on the Canadian border on the American side. Dr. Hallelujah, I don't play on the evil chess site. I stand against evil. Jern Vlad. I looked at a house in Maine today. Really nice. This like place on a lake. But it's like 20 miles from the Canadian border. That would be weird. Really isolated. But beautiful. Maine is like the only place on the map that doesn't have a COVID like red zone. Did anybody else notice that? Has anybody seen the latest COVID USA map? It's literally the only state that doesn't have like a massive red spot on it. Lots of open space. I mean, I'm seriously thinking about it. Properties are cheap. I'm working from home anyway. Bob, can you keep your friends? Can you tell your friends to settle down, Bob? Tell your friend to chill out. Sladgie, is the Sladgie fans Facebook page yours? No. An actual groupie has created that. I'm not like one of those people who creates their own, I've made fun of Esserman for that. Creating your own. That's like a Susan Polgar Esserman type of thing where you create your own Wikipedia page because you're too much of a loser and no one would really create it. I wouldn't do that, like make my own fan club, make my own Wikipedia page. Never. But I appreciate it. If I'm famous enough that I have my own groupies, I have my own groupie fan page, and I have my own Wikipedia page that someone else created, then that's respectable. But creating your own page or getting one of your minions to do it, that's disgraceful. Honestly. I would never get someone else to do that. Bob, why don't you do an investigation? That's what you specialize in. I thought you specialized. What was I thinking something else about, Bob? I had another. I thought. A porn producer. That was the other one. You and another friend of mine. They're always looking for good porn producers. Yeah, gotta find an occupation. Private investigator just doesn't really pay. Magnum PI. Bob, you could be the next Magnum PI. Have you ever thought of that? Now, Jern Vlad is from Ukraine. That's funny. It's odd that Jern Vlad's from Ukraine, Nefyadov's from Ukraine, and they both play this, like... They're both playing the same old school... I wonder if like, the old school training system had, like, some patented repertoire. The classical dragon is not popular at all in modern theory. But it's funny that Nefyadov and Jern Vlad are almost the exact same rating. They're both originally from Ukraine, and they have similar styles, and they both play the same line. Maybe they went to the same Pioneer Palace. Nefyadov he's been out of the stream since you hurt his feelings, Bob. Wait. Jim, what are you talking about? You didn't even know this guy before Casey mentioned him? What did King Crusher do? Damn, troll, you don't like Nefedov? King Crusher mentioned him? Wait, why would King Crusher mention him? I'm sure that it's like King Crusher seems like likable kind of guy. It's sort of sincere. I don't see why King Crusher would like Esserman. Alright, Bishop D3. Maybe it's just business. Business is business. Bishop D4. Bishop C6, Bishop D3. E5, D5. Oh, because he likes the opening. Maybe he likes the Smith-Morra Gambit, so he's like a god for him. Yeah. Yeah, he loves that Gambit style play. That's what it is. Right. But there's more to the life than chess. I'm a great player and likable. What could you ask? And good looking. And young. What more can you ask for, Bob? Yeah, no, he plays coffee house openings. I understand now completely. I understand completely. Totally. Got it. Nefedov's a good guy. I'm sorry. He's a little uptight. And you didn't strike him as worthwhile. He doesn't see the upside in Bob. I see the upsides of Bob, as well as the downsides. Some people just see the downsides, Bob. You have to understand that. You know, I'm the exception. The upsides are harder to see. You know, you have to be perceptive. It would be a sad day if Mark got the GM title for Bill. What does that mean? Wait, for me? I don't understand that comment at all. Before it's yeah. Are you using your phone? Well, he's got a much better chance than me at this stage. I made my choices, man. Arthur Bisgeyer said it best. You pays your money and you takes your choice. Arthur Bisgeyer said that to my best friend at the U.S. Junior Open in like 1987. We had at first no idea what he meant. But it's like a carny thing. Carnivore. Damn it, Schoenflad. Lost my concentration here. We must be very, very careful. Of course, Morwa. I'm disappointed that Morwa hasn't been around. I guess he's busy with school. I mean, but I know people of the same strength that got the GM title as Esserman. I won't name names, but average IMs get the GM titles sometimes. I can name a handful of them. People that I don't think are better players than me who have the GM title. But I'm not going to, lower myself to listing them. Just we'll leave it at they exist. such players exist. And Jernvlad is getting scarier here. What if Jernvlad is secretly Nefidov's other account? I only have 3 games with Jernvlad. It doesn't seem like Nefidov's thing, though. He wouldn't create... He's just not... He's too open. Face up. He wouldn't create a Smurf account. Amon Hamilton is a talented guy, man. I would never say that about him. I don't know him that well. That's a bad example. He seems like kind of a rich guy who had a lot of opportunities, but he's also talented. He definitely has talent. You know, I would never say Amon Hamilton. He seems like a legitimately talented guy. No. I don't know him at all. I mean, he's way younger than me. I barely have ever even seen Chessbra in real life, you know, years ago. And Hamilton's even younger. I don't like Jernvlad in my face like this with his bishops. Very positional. Wait, 2450? What? Who has identical ratings? What are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about, Bob. Who's 2450? I mean, I was surprised. I thought Hamilton got higher. But obviously, like, you know, Williams is a decent player, too. Blue Dude, what would be the point in buying a title? That would have no meaning. Took away the foothold of my bishop. That was kind of a cheapo. And the point of, like, having a title is earning it I think. Schieberspieler earned his FIDE Master title. Alright, we've got Jernvlad, very tough fight. I can see how he got 3 out of 4. Lulu got a draw against me last game. Is that your first draw? We didn't even, like, really congratulate you. I think that was actually your first draw. Guys, by the way, please support the stream. It's tough to raise a FIDE rating, especially living in the rating poverty here in Central Eastern Europe. Dude, if I get a sponsor that like hooks me up with tournaments, and if I got a sponsor that helped me to pay for going to like Gibraltar and Isle of Man and all these like exclusive like strong opens that didn't exist when I was trying to make it, I mean, I would have a really good chance. But, you know, there's just no... I don't have the kind of financial independence. I would need, like... I said this on the stream. I would need, like, $250,000 to not work for, like, a couple years, basically. If you give me enough money to not work for a couple years, if I don't go play poker and go on a binge or something, I could probably still make GM. But we need a very serious... I would have to not work, basically, and just fully focus on attaining the GM title. I mean, I think it's still not too late, but if you compare me to any younger player, I have much less chance. If I was rich, I would be a GM. The price for Gibraltar? I mean, I don't know. I've never been there. It's expensive. I have a friend... I mean, you have to consider all the expenses of tournaments. Playing, the entry fee may be free. I'm not sure, but there's like cost of travel and accommodation and food. It's probably in like, you know. I had a friend who stayed in the Spanish side of the border, and it was cheaper somehow. But it's kind of tricky, you know. I'm not sure if that's worth it or not. I was at Isle of Man once, but back in '99 when it was a small tournament. I'm just saying, if I could play in these elite tournaments on a regular basis, I would have a good chance. But not easy to do that. I mean, I made my choice to play poker for like 6 or 7 or 8 years. I mean, if I really wanted to be a grandmaster, I could have made it, but I would have had to have devoted like everything I had to it, and I was unwilling to do that. You know, now I have to live with the consequences. You know, that's all there is to it. You make your choice. That's why I said the Arthur Bisguyer quote. I'm not that talented that I can become GM easily, but I could have done it if I had devoted myself. Absolutely. I'm sure. I was pretty close. I was looking today at my games with Hikaru and Caruana, for example. I'll probably make some YouTube videos of my games with famous players one day, just to put it out there, you know, so get some views on the YouTube channel. A shameless like name dropping. Even the game I lost against Hikaru, I was looking at it today, and in retrospect, like, I was only like slightly worse. The only game where he ever beat me in standard chess. Of course, that was a long time ago before his peak, but he was still a very strong player. Alright, Cheesy Noob. Cheesy Noob with black. Of course it's hard to play great players between 26 and 2800. That's why the Gibraltar and the Those guys protect their ratings by playing against only each other. There's a huge like drop off, and there's like an exclusive rating club. Although that's always been the case. What about Foxwoods? Yeah, I mean, but Coach, I'm playing in a GM tournament with this mask on in the middle of a pandemic, and I've only played like 20 games, 30 games this year. I was in no condition to make a GM norm. You know, there's no way, there's like 0% chance I had of making a GM norm in the tournament I played in October. Basically zero, you know. I mean, I'm not in that kind of form. I would have to raise my level, you know. It's a nice fantasy. I could get lucky. I'm not, okay, not 0% chance, but like half a percentage chance, objectively. The chance of me making a GM norm in the tournament I played in October was like 0.5. I'd have to get very lucky. You know, have a super start and then maybe like a lucky break somewhere where someone blunders or something. Honestly. If I was in max form, maybe a better chance. It's really weird what Cheesy Noob's doing here. Don't make draws online. What does that matter? I don't think my online draws. Dude, I'm just like tired. Cheesy Noob just gave me his central pawn. It's a 9-round Blitz tournament. For entertainment value, I shouldn't take a draw against Schieberspieler. But I told you guys, I'm like really feeling tired. I feel a little better now. After a few games, I mean, I'm going to feel likely better rather than worse. Rook A5. That's perverse move, man. A perverse move. Give me that. Give me that material. Active. My friend Sitash Gabor says, the active player never cries. That was always his battle cry. Before that tournament, Sladgie banned me for suggesting he would suffer his only loss to the Indian boy. Bob, yeah, why are you projecting this negative idea in my head? Of course I was pissed. I was taught since I was like maybe... I was raised by my father always with the power of positive thinking, you know. And the opposite is true as well. If you have negative thoughts, it's going to make you, you know, likely have a negative effect. I fully believe that, you know. It definitely doesn't help me. The chances of me losing to him increased when you did that. I was pissed, of course. Why wouldn't I be? Isn't it normal to be? Kozak's stronger than that guy. You know, totally. The dude was like clearly worse against me, Bob. Did you actually look at the game? He was clearly worse. He was almost lost. He was practically lost. Kozak was better the whole game, and I got a draw. I mean, no question. You should actually check out the game, man. Maybe you would learn something. It was the only game where the guy, other than the one he actually lost, where he was probably virtually lost if I had played well. Cheesy Noob ultra active. He's actually got me tempted into castling queenside or some maniacal thing. I'm just not afraid, dude. Talented is one thing, but he's not that strong yet, you know. He's also playing only 2,500 players every single game he plays. That's not a question of talent, that's a question of opportunity. How many people do you know play an average rating opponent of 2,500? I mean, I'm sure that Kozak Adam didn't, have the kind of opportunities this guy had. Rook A3. I forgot what I was doing. Massive privilege and opportunities. The guy plays in every single massive tournament he can play in. Now, Kozak now as a grandmaster, he starts to get some opportunities to play in strong players, but at his age, at his stage, he was like not given any opportunities like that. He had to earn it. G-Snoop's playing way too fast. This is like my old battle cry. I mean, I say all the time people are just playing too fast. I think the biggest problem is that they have like one setting. Maybe Cheesy Noob plays always 3-0 time control. So he plays only one mode, You definitely have to be able to adjust your mode to the time control that you're playing. Yeah, I played with Hikaru. He definitely did that mannerism where he looks up. He's developed that at an early age. As I said earlier, I suspect he could have gotten it from Alexander Ivanov. He used to do that really very, very much. If you play with strong players, sometimes a young player might try to emulate, some mannerism they've seen from some strong player. But Ivanov, I said this on the stream the other day, he was blindfold. He would like to do blindfold. He had a lot of mannerisms, though. I love the way he would, sometimes... He would do, when he did a really strong move against some people, Alex would screw in the piece. This is really kind of diss. I think it's kind of a little bit bad sportsmanship. But if it was a really devastating move, he would get excited and he would reach out, especially if it's a bishop, it's really good. You just reach out and you take the bishop and you put it down and you screw it into the board with 3 or 4 turns. It's a kind of screw or something, just extra exaggerated to make the impression all the stronger for the spectators, maybe. But that was funny. He had a lot of funny mannerisms, and I played with him more than any other grandmaster. I probably played Ivanov 13 times over the years. But I don't think he did it with malice, I think that he did it because he loved chess and it was part of his expression. He wasn't necessarily doing it just to troll people. He was just excited with his position. He probably learned it from someone else who did the same thing. But I told the story, Bob, about how Gingy did that to Walter Brown. Probably Jim's going to get bored because he heard the story already. Roman claims that he glued down Walter Brown's A pawn, or C pawn, sorry, because Brown kept coming late to Olympiad games. Brown would come in late, he would get in time pressure every single round, and it would like often cause big problems. So Roman did it to like troll him. He knew that he was playing black, and the guy would play e4, and Brown would play the Sicilian. So he actually glued down his C pawn. That's what he claims. I mean, I wasn't there or anything. They claim that Brown came in and all the pieces went flying. When he tried to... when he tried to come in and play, like the whole board got all messed up. You know? Lude, that's funny though, yeah. I mean, I hate piece bangers, but the screwing in the piece is so much more... It's much more artistic than bang. Anybody can be a piece banger or a clock banger, you know? Four ongoing games. Schieberspieler. Take him out. Take him down, Aldisto. They always have good battles. Wow, Schieber's in trouble with the time. My God, man. My God, man. Oh my God. Showered the board with coins. There's a back rank problem at the end of the day. Does this work? Dude. Dude. What? I'm curious about this. Aldisto had tons of time and he couldn't resist playing rook e7, but I don't think it works. Brown is like a nervous guy. He was a nervous guy. I mean, he was similar to my dad. My dad would always leave for work and then come back because he forgot something. I don't think it was because he was doing something in particular. Wow. Poor Aldisto just fell apart. You know, people are just nervous. I guess they're always like concerned they're going to forget something. Then they end up being late because they're... I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, that was crazy position, guys. So first of all, doesn't Schieberspieler have queen takes e7? No. I mean, that's a story for another stream. I mean, 3 pawns against a knight or something like that. So knight takes... It's hard to resist this. But the back rank mate, I mean, it would have been crushing otherwise. Just lost. He couldn't resist it. It was too beautiful. Alright. Pawnda Blitz. Schieberspieler. Unbeatable. Just best case of being late to a game with Chris Shuck showing up late, sitting on the wrong board. I love it when people like go to the old people at the U.S. Open, like sit at the wrong board and they don't know it. This I saw. Some guy. I mean, I made 2 moves in a row, but I never played the wrong board. You go to a tournament with like senior citizens, you might occasionally see someone sit down at the wrong table and start playing. That's kind of funny. It's always a good game between Aldisto and Schieberspieler, though. That was no exception, apparently. Jernvlad is back. Nefedov Jr. Aldisto slowed down. Uber Drivers got a bye, half-point bye, and a boarded game. And then he's got 3 out of 4. DK Guy has been off and on. He must be tending to the minks. Cheesy Noob with 50%. Dinekis with 50%. Troll and a Roll 50%. Veku 50%. Yevgeny left. I don't understand what happened to Yevgeny. He derailed me with a draw, and then he like lost without a fight against you. He just came here to ruin my tournament. Jern is not Neffy. I'm just saying they're stylistically similar. Guys, just a reminder, we're streaming tomorrow morning. Let's get some donations going. What about a bit battle? We've got no subscriptions, no gifts today. I demand a donation. Give that man a sub. Matt Genius donated 200 yesterday. Falkbeer and Jim. I'm not sure I thanked you guys. I don't think I even thanked Falkbeer and Jim for their donations. Did I miss a donation today? Jim, did you donate yesterday or today? I'm sorry, I don't remember thanking anybody yesterday. Ubi. But let's get some donations and subscriptions out there, guys and girls. To make a living as a non-grandmaster. You thank me for wasting you. I didn't waste you. What are you talking about? Why do you keep saying that? I thought it was a draw. Our game was a draw. Am I not understanding something? Salty got mad that we called him Salty. Bob, I told you to keep your friends in line. What am I going to do with you? Damn, did Mr. Coffee jump on that immediately? How did that get banned in the chat? Is Mr. Coffee secretly moderating here still? Oh, because of the length of the game. Alright. You mean like figuratively wasting you. I like unbanned them because I thought it was already not banned. And now they... Bob, I told you to keep your minions in line. Mr. Coffee has great attention span. If he can snap that ban off so quickly, but he's not really active in the stream. It looks like it, Bob. Or unless they have a clone, which wouldn't surprise me. Kind of copycat criminal. Unfrozen caveman lawyer. Another one of Trump's lawyers made some sort of outrageous statement today. I saw in the news. Where does he find his people? Like, you should see this guy. I thought Rudy Giuliani looked ridiculous, but the trolls that come out of the woodwork are just unbelievable. Where do these people come from, you know? How do they look? What happened to the Republican Party? The respectable Republican Party. Ronald Reagan sold out to a bunch of con artists. It's unbelievable. I face this a lot with white, you know. This is the opening where Romanov accused me of playing for a draw, and I flipped out. Like, my first freaking tournament in 5 years, guy, and you're 2600. What do you want me to do? Like, give you all my pieces? The guy accused me of playing for a draw. First of all, I never play for a draw. That was messed up, man. I couldn't get over that. I might agree to a draw, but I don't play for a draw. Dude, Sidney Powell? But the other one, Jenna, whatever her name is? Dude, she did a 180 on the Donald Trump is an unreliable. Like, she said all these bad things about Trump and then did like a complete, not a 180, but like a 360. It's insane, man. These lawyers that he found that are just like election ambulance chasers. Dude, absolute losers. She represented Enron? That's messed up. I mean, no respectable lawyer would like take on Donald Trump's case. I mean, by default. Lawyers don't want to have like losing cases. But I mean, in this situation, you're getting a lot of publicity, so it's kind of tempting. It's the Blobix tribute stream. I'm literally playing all of Blobix's openings. Blobix had a really neat game against Shekashev that he shared on the stream once. Very similar line. And black is totally equalized already. It's like taking candy from a baby. I can do this. Draw. Draw. The problem is winning. Like, I have no way to win. Uber driver, speaking of Uber driver, you're playing for a draw. I accuse you of playing for a draw. That's funny, Shivers Spiller. You've never been on my stream long enough to hear this story, but this idiot, Yevgeny Romanov, like, accused me of playing for a draw against him with white. And then in the last round of Zalakarosh, he did the exact same thing against Mihawk. He said the exact same thing. He told him that he was playing for a draw. Mihawk was like up a pawn in an ending, and he was like better. And then after the game, Mihawk was like clearly better, and then drew. And the guy made the same accusation. It was ridiculous. Do you think that Rudy Giuliani has real dementia? What is Uber Driver doing? It's possible he legitimately has dementia. Though they say that about Joe Biden because he looks old. But I mean, I need to see some evidence. But Giuliani it's unbelievable. I think Dinakis is legit, Antonio, but he's super fast. He just plays super fast. He's also underrated. I think he's a rating sandbagger. I mean, Dinakis is kind of a friend of the stream, but I think he's like you. He's a sandbagger. He's not 1800, you know. But he has one speed, and it's like fast. Has Astrobate scored any points today? He's brave. You know, he's 1580 playing in a tournament where the average players are like 2000. Uber Driver just totally spaced out or something. He never like blunders pieces. I'm not going to mess around here. What's the material? Cereal material. I don't know, Uber driver had some weird hallucination earlier on the program. I'm not going to mess around with you, Uber driver. I was looking at the election odds. It's sort of crazy to do this, but I was looking at the betting odds for 2024. Biden is like 5-1 against. No, maybe 4.5. Kamala's like 5. I would never bet on the 2024 election now. I was just curious, you know, what the odds would be at the stage. Kamala's only slightly behind Biden. Trump is an 8-1 dog. My only interest is like maybe betting that Trump doesn't win. That's the only bet that I would take. That Donald Trump won't be the next president. If that bet is possible, if I can make that on a betting site, it just depends on the odds. You know, I need good odds. 8-1 is kind of crappy odds, you know. I'd like something a little more solid. Well, Uber driver became like a psychopath. Honestly, it's kind of weird. He wasn't like that before. Like he changed personality or something. He changed his stylistic personality. If I could get like 3-1 odds on Trump not winning the election, you know, 8-1, I don't know, that's kind of a long, you know, I don't know. The only thing that I'm certain of is that Donald Trump won't be the president in 2024. I don't know who it will be, but that's the only bet I would be willing to make. It might be a Republican, it might be a Democrat. Joe Biden might be dead by then. It might be Kamala Harris. But it's definitely not going to be Donald Trump. He might run again, though, and if he does, I want to cash in on it. I mean, that's the point that I'm trying to make. I'm hoping that Trump runs again so that I can make some money off of it. But I don't think he's going to do that just for me. Is Judith Polgar really still big in Hungary? Well, she's trying to profit off this like Queen's Gambit thing like everybody else, I think. But no. I mean, yeah, I mean among the cognoscenti chess players, everybody knows who Judith Polgar is, who's probably 20 years old or more, you know. Like young or a chess player. It used to be like all the Hungarian population knew who Judith Polgar was. I don't think that's the case anymore. She's too old. You can't ask like a 15-year-old girl who Judith Polgar is. Of course, Coach That's not, I didn't mean to go into that. I just noticed a lot of people trying to like directly profit from from the Queen's Gambit, and it's like some people are trying to claim that the Queen's Gambit is Judith Polgar. I mean, it's not clear, that's the case. Von Neumann, well, it's known that he might be Fischer's father or whatever. There's that big in math circles, maybe, Bob. Did I ever tell you that there was this cheater in a chess tournament in the 90s in America? The cheater registered in a tournament under the name Von Neumann. That was kind of weird. It was like a dead giveaway that he was like a computer cheater. He used the name Von Neumann to enter the tournament. It was like ridiculous. All right, Tatooine. This wasn't before computers. I mean, there were strong computers. It was like 1995. The engines would kick my butt, more than I would kick theirs. Computers were capable of playing matches with like Anatoly Karpov. They had like Harvard Cup with Kasparov and in the late 80s, early 90s. I mean, the computers now are like unbeatable, but at that time they were pretty good, just not that consistent. They were still good enough to like win an open tournament or something like that. Yeah, so they used Von Neumann. The guy was this like Rasta. He had this like Rasta hair to hide his like audio hookup or something. And eventually they figured out that they used a guy who didn't even know how to play. They asked him questions he couldn't answer. Like basic chess questions. To like do mate with rook against king or something like that. He couldn't do that. Schieberspieler is still playing. He was a black guy with Rastafari hair, but I don't think the hair was necessarily real. I don't know. It was all very, no one ever like invested. Like the police didn't get involved. It was just some suspicions that some of the players had. Eventually, the organizers confronted him. He just like ran away. Said his wife was having a baby. Like after the last round, like it was weird. So there was nothing ever really conclusive. He couldn't do a very primitive mate. He had like a pretty good score in the tournament. Am I in the tournament? No, I have more time, Antonio. Did the round start? The time doesn't count now. 6 seconds. Who's going to beat Schieberspieler? I have to start a new window. So you... God damn it. Jerry. I need a new tab, not a new window. We can't lose on time. It's all it's a psychological ploy. Just don't be nervous. It's just a trick to make you nervous. That's one of the weirdest experiences that I have in the modern tournaments, where there's like a second time control. Actually, well, on digital clocks, let's say. We used to play on analog clocks. When you finished the first time control, you would reset them. But with the digital clocks, I'm always like nervous, like the extra time won't be added when I play my 40th move. You have this like paranoia. You shave your bald spot so people think I'm normal. Aspic, where did that come from? The Albesto variation. This is my game with Medved Zoltan. F5 it's a very old idea that I actually had with White a long time ago. Zoli was one of the first people I saw who played this. He played it against me. And then some strong players started playing f5. I had the idea to play f4 back in the 80s in the floor Mykonos with white, and my friend made fun of me. There was like a footnote in ECO. What was it? Some really rare player. But what did Zoli do? Something's wrong here. No, I guess this is right. Having trouble remembering this. Tacticush, exactly. He's the first person that ever played f5. I was shocked. He played that against me over the board. I had a game against somebody in our All-Star arena. They should start those again, by the way, Spieler. Why aren't we doing All-Star arenas anymore? Now there's like a lockdown again. They're still having tournaments here, though. Not just in Hungary. I saw in Serbia. Suad Adalik puts these, like... He puts these photos on Facebook of tournaments. They're not even, like, wearing masks or anything. He's playing some GM tournament in Novi Sad or Subotica. And they're just like, there's no pandemic going on. Acting like there's no pandemic. That's kind of dangerous. You know, I don't condone that. There's, like, 15 people in the room with no masks, pretending there's... Panda Express. I haven't got me some Pawnda Express in a while. But I don't think we can boom them on that. I like orange chicken. I remember Pawnda Express. That was like a mall Chinese food. Basically like Chinese fast food buffet, which is very common here. Are you making fun of? Are you trying to make fun of Pawnda? I didn't really understand. Wow. That's just this. Bishop d6. It's an interesting move. Yeah, I guess Pawnda Express might be racial profiling or something like that. To change the name, it's like the Washington Redskins. Using Pawndas. Discriminating. Because all Chinese like Pawndas or something. That's taking it too far. I'm just kidding. You can go too far. With the political correctness. I remember that in Boston. That's the first... The obvious, you know, places in Boston in the mall. Used to get Pawnda Express. But, you know, the whole concept of, like, Chinese fast food, very common here in Budapest. Usually in America, it's more like sit down. I mean, there's always been, like, takeout, delivery. But sit down, if you sit down, you would get, like, table service. I don't know what to do. You know, that's funny. I was thinking about Chinese food this week. It's a really weird coincidence. I was just looking up Chinese restaurants yesterday for delivery, because I never get Chinese. Strange coincidences. This is kind of Schieberspieler style. Trade Queens. Oh man, I had this terrible food like a couple weeks ago. I ordered dumplings from this place. I almost had to I was almost physically ill. It was the worst Chinese dumplings I ever had. I couldn't eat after the first bite. I had to just like throw it away. There's this place that does like Indian and Asian food. They obviously had no clue how to make. They had no clue how to make dumplings. It was horrible. Obviously, if you can't make an egg roll, you're in trouble. But dude, the meat was like gross. You think so, Bob? You think the faded stock photos? I don't agree. You know, I don't agree. You're being kind of biased. You can't judge a book by its cover, Bob. Never heard that? But I don't like the idea of mixing Chinese with Indian at the same restaurant. That's dubious, definitely. You're getting dubious already. Can we squeeze Aldisto with less time in an endgame with almost no advantage? I miss. Don't talk about Vegas. A weakness for Vegas buffet food. Masturbate likes corn. Doner kebab. We have a lot of good Turkish places here. That's one thing you can find in Hungary. Excellent kebab. Kebab. I don't know about this move. Alistair was kind of lazy there. He gave up his bishop. We're just Schieber spieling him. Schieber Spieler. Wow, what a move. Just a monster move. Damn, dude. I can't believe it. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe what a genius he is to come up with that with very little time. It's unbelievable. I haven't beaten him in the last 3 games. Christ. What's happening around here? What? Another tactical trick of some sort. C3 is like psychopathical. Ask me, what are you talking about? Wait, what? What? I don't believe this. Damn. This is unbelievable. Just to get hammered in an ending like this. What? What? I thought that was a queen. Well, that was the weirdest hallucination ever. So he's gonna draw this. Oh my god. With no time? Are you serious? That's embarrassing. He drew that with no time? What? I couldn't calculate at this point. The A7, rook takes B7, A8 queen is winning or not. I don't know. It's a draw after king B6. There's no way I could physically calculate that with seconds left. But my king needs to be in a more active position. That's just disaster. But I shouldn't complain. I mean, I was totally lost before. He played the rest of the game like an absolute genius. The only time he made a mistake was at the end. He played like an absolute genius here in the middle part. Yeah, DK guy cost me the tournament, basically. Yeah, he's totally winning. The A4, B5, A4 plan, I mean, that's insanely genius by Black. To get counterplay, active counterplay against my bishops, I thought he was just, like, lost. With 2 bishops in an endgame, and he just, like, comes up with this A-file thing, A and B file thing magically. Suddenly, I'm in danger. I couldn't find a move. Thanks for playing, guys. My modern browser is not up to the task here of handling lichess. Mirales. Get a modern browser. You'll have a troll, probably? What? What troll? Do I have any trolls left? I thought I kicked the troll out. Kick the troll out. Troll pairing. I don't know. I'm running out of things to play. I don't know. What's up, Princess Chess? How's the fan club coming? Schieberspieler is going to win the tournament. I mean, it didn't matter, though. He's basically won every single game, except for the draw with me. You guys just aren't up to the task. DK guy's a chicken. I shouldn't criticize, though. I took Schieberspieler's... I took his sleazy draw for hoping he would make a mistake. But, just didn't materialize. Now, Bob, ask questions if you want to know something, you know. Bob wants to ask you out, but he's shy. You know, he's doing that classic. My friend thinks you're hot. Alright. Knight on BD2. We've had this position before. Trying to find a way to play this line dynamically for white. Even better. Nothing but trouble, Bob. Bob's bored now because his perverse troll left. So now he doesn't know what to do with his spare time. Waiting for them to reappear from their third banishment. Must be rough. Keep your trolls in line, Bob. That's all I have to say. I'm pretty sure we had the exact same position. I think Morales senses that I want to think about castling queenside. Extrasensory perception. It's kind of like a Sicilian too. You don't want to play bishop e2 or you might sack a piece on e3 and then get a lot of pawns for the piece. I think I've probably played a3 here before. It's hard to find a constructive move for white. A3 doesn't seem right. I mean, I should make some sort of constructive developing move. H3 is weak. A3 is weak. Queen c2. Queen c2. Let's do it. Colin Chess just rated. What's up? Colin Chess. Rated with a party of 2. Last round of our Blitz tournament. It is the last round, right? Thanks for the raid, Colin Chess. Last tournament. Last round. I've had too many beers. 2 beers per stream is the limit. Cut me off. There was this one bartender. She made me hand over my keys if I wanted to have 2 martinis. I was like, what? 2 beers though. That's not cool. Last round, it got a little rough last round against Aldisto. I had to do the Houdini. I almost won, but I was totally lost last round. Maybe my first game where I've been totally lost. They're as long as Simos. I know you get bored, don't you, Bob? Oh, I thought that was Bob. Sorry, JCS. It seemed like a Bob comment. He's easily bored. Now, is Night Before becoming a threat now? Because I didn't sense it was a threat earlier. I'm sensing. '94 doesn't look healthy, man. This D6 move is evil. Okay, I can't be allowing that. If I take on D6, does he sack a piece? Yeah. Man, this is extremely dangerous. I didn't want to have to give you the pawn back. I feel like it's a lame classical Nimzo. I can't try to take on D6. He'll just hammer me with bishop E3. Game over. Probably. Plus, there's Night Before, which was hanging in the wings already. So I have to lamely give the pawn back. And then we have these... Oh, he took with the knight. I think it's much more interesting to take with the pawn, because then you have these Night D4 sort of threats. He took with the knight. That's good to see. That's not quite as dangerous. Alright, still, it's not easy. I still can't castle queenside. I can't really do anything. Damn. I can't believe you really study this. For reals. You play the Budapest Gambit for real. I mean, for fun is one thing, but for money is another. I've got nothing. Nothing. It's just not right. Manispurs, thanks for the love. Virtual hug. I need a hug in this position. I banned a suspicious player. He was very upset. He said it's not fair. I've learned to trust my instinct in cheaters. I like playing the Budapest too. The only time I told the story many times, I was stoned. The only time I played it. And I lost this like player I was never ever, I would never normally lose to. So I have that memory. Will never stop haunting me. Bring it, man. You got something here? Maybe Aldisto could figure out something here. That game will never stop haunting me. Don't play chess in tournament while under the influence of drugs. In my experience. Alcohol is not so bad. It can even be, for me at least, maybe an enhancing thing, but marijuana is tricky. I did not play that well. All right, Queen G5. You're such a psycho. This is baloney. Give me that. I don't believe you. H4. There's no way this is sound. What is this? This is nonsense. I believe in everything. Do I believe in ghosts? You know, I guess I do. I do. I mean, sometimes I think about it. I've never seen one. But I don't I don't disbelieve the possibility. I believe in aliens. But I don't believe in this sacrifice 100% for black. I think he's improvising a little too much. The Conjuring. I'm trying to think if I saw that. Speaking of evil, Morales is evil. Maybe I'll castle kingside. No, I did it. No, I really did it. I went too far. I literally went too far with b4. But Morales has blown a lot of winning positions today. I think he's got me here. Not clear, though. Actually, where's the win? Damn, dude, you had me. I'm bishop takes e3. What am I going to do after that? Poor Morales had mate in 1 against Schieberspieler. You better lose to me. You had mate in 1 against him and you lost. I'll never forgive you for that. That's ridiculous. Mate in 1. I thought he resigned for a second. He lost on time. G3. G3's kind of crazy. I was going to castle next move. G3 can't be right. I'm winning, but it's complicated. I mean, dude, you're just killing me with bishop takes e3. b4 is the worst move of all time. I'm totally winning. I couldn't see this. I saw it the next move. Why I can't see queen e2? It's totally winning for white, and I go from winning to losing in 1 move. Immediately I see queen e2 once I have a lost position, but here it's very easy to see. Morales, like, had winning positions against me and Schieberspieler and has 0 points to show for it. Sorry, guys. Back to the tournament. Schieberspieler wins. Convincing 8.5 plus tiebreak. Vlad with a very impressive 3rd place. Wow. Jernvlad got 6 out of 9, losing to... Well, I assume he lost to Schieber. Did he play? Jernvlad lost the first round against DK Guy, lost against me, and lost against Schieberspieler. Beat everyone else. Nice job. 3rd place. Yeah, I mean, I also was unconvincing. I was undefeated. I was lost against Morales. I was lost in another game against Yevgeny, and took the chicken draw with white. And Schieberspieler had mate in 1 on the board for his opponent and survived. At least I wasn't like facing mate in 1 at some point in one of my games. It wasn't that bad. So, Blobix, welcome. I played 3 games in tribute to you. Your great opening repertoire, man. It was basically like the Blobix tribute stream. I played a B3 Sicilian with white and a couple of your B6, not intentionally though. Not intentionally. I played 2 B6 in the Indian defense. I got a highly dubious position against Jernvlad. It was sort of an accident, but we'll still call it the Blobix tribute stream. Guys, please support the stream and donate if you can, and subscribe. We're going to be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. CET, Central European Time. I appreciate it, guys. What else? So congratulations, Schieberspieler, myself 2nd, Jernvlad 3rd. We've got Jernvlad, Aldisto, Dinekis, great performance, 5. DK Guy with the avoidance system. Left him with only 4 points. Trollenerol with 4. Veku, also a new player. Grigo Magic 4, and Morales 3.5. We had a total of 32 players. Thanks for playing, guys. Tough games, and I'll see you tomorrow for weird, unusual, interesting, creative opening Wednesday. That's about it. I guess we should throw a raid, like... Let's throw a raid to Pop G. I'll see all you guys tomorrow. Later.